Vibe coding is a new way to build software. Instead of writing syntax line by line, now you provide a simple, plain English prompt and let an AI immediately generate working applications in real time. This moves the human role away from the mechanics of coding. You stop focusing on the syntax and start directing high-level outcomes, letting the model handle the execution. For initial prototyping, this drastically reduces the engineering hours required to see a functional page. Projects that once took weeks to stand up can now be launched in an afternoon. It's a compelling workflow for two groups: non-technical founders needing a rapid MVP and engineering teams accelerating feature delivery. But the speed creates a dangerous assumption. Because the app looks and feels perfect in a browser, it's easy to believe it's actually ready for the public. Vibe coding is an excellent tool for validating an idea in a single day, but it often provides a dangerous, false sense of security regarding the stability of the software architecture underneath. To measure this gap, researchers at Carnegie Mellon University recently benchmarked modern AI coding agents against hundreds of real-world feature requests. This chart tracks their success. The AI agents delivered functionally correct code 61% of the time, but when that exact same code was tested for security vulnerabilities, the pass rate plummeted to 10.5%. This happens because AI models prioritize local correctness. They focus on making the immediate block of code work without analyzing the global context or modeling potential threats. If an app hits a database permission error, the AI might fix it by rewriting the rule to make the entire database public. The error message disappears and the feature works, but the underlying data is now exposed. This vulnerability trend matches wider industry data. AI-generated code fails basic OWASP security checks in 45% of all tested cases. Because AI agents are optimized to make the demo work at any cost, 9 out of every 10 features they ship carry exploitable flaws. To understand where these flaws come from, we have to look at the tools themselves. The market is currently split between zero-setup cloud builders and traditional desktop IDEs. Cloud builders like Bolt or Lovable are incredibly popular because they handle everything: coding, hosting, and deployment directly in your browser. As this matrix shows, the speed of cloud builders comes with an architectural trade-off. To make deployment instant, they abstract away database security. Specifically, they skip row-level security, or RLS, a mandatory guardrail ensuring users only access their own data. Without RLS enabled, any user who knows how to use a browser's developer tools can potentially read every record in your system. Cloud builders remove almost all deployment friction, but in the process, they frequently remove the default protections that keep private data private. The risks become even more significant when you use AI to generate sensitive logic, like login systems or payment processing. AI models don't think like security engineers. They replicate common patterns from their training data, which includes thousands of outdated or insecure code tutorials. This results in code that is 2.74 times more likely to contain cross-site scripting vulnerabilities than code written by a human. AI frequently serializes sensitive information, embedding private API keys directly into front-end code, visible to anyone inspecting the browser. And for JSON web tokens, AI assistants often reuse generic placeholder secrets across thousands of apps, making them incredibly easy to forge. These are not obvious syntax errors that stop your app from running. They are structural failures, completely invisible during a standard visual test. Outsourcing your logic to an AI introduces predictable vulnerabilities that attackers are already scanning for. When a Vibe coding MVP ships without architectural review, it eventually hits an unplanned mountain of technical debt. The app usually works perfectly for the first 100 users. You validate the business, you see some traction, and everything feels successful. But as traffic scales, hidden race conditions and unindexed database queries start to crash the platform. The very code that got you to market quickly now prevents you from staying there. This is where the Vibe Code Rescue begins. Rebuilding a marketplace payment pipeline can reach $15,000, while securing a booking system with broken logic often starts at $5,000. The time you save by skipping oversight at the start is eventually paid back with a massive premium just a few months later. We shouldn't stop building with AI. The speed games are too valuable. The solution is to implement strict governance before any code reaches production. For founders, hire a human expert for a pre-launch audit to verify hidden environment variables and active database security. For dev teams, code must pass through automated gates, requiring secret scanning and static testing on every pull request. Most importantly, any AI-generated code that handles authentication or payments must be manually reviewed for threats. AI can get you 70% of the way to a finished product in a single afternoon, but surviving the final 30% requires rigorous human oversight. In this era of development, generating syntax is easy. The real value is in securing the architecture.